So this is for the second set of questions, and these questions focus on solving problems with equations. And let's get started with this question set. So you have this table here, and then it's telling you that Jason and Mary are running on a 200-meter track. The expression in the table above shows the distance, or the expressions show the distance to the finish line t seconds after they started the race. So how many meters will Mary have left to finish the race when Jason is on the finish line? So let's focus on Jason. So Jason needs to go minus 8t plus 200, and it's gonna have traveled 200 miles. Okay, so from 200 to 0 is where we're gonna go, because at the beginning, remember, it says shows the distance to the finish line. So the distance to the finish line, 200 minus 80, so it's trying to get to 0. So that's when the user or the runner stops. So now we're going to add 8t to both sides plus 8t. So let me make sure this shows t. Okay, so 200 is equal to 8t, and then we divide by 8. So we have t is equal to 25. So what we're saying here is that after 25 seconds, Jason is going to finish or going to complete his own race. So I want to find out how many more miles or how many more meters is Mary going to still have to run when Jason is done. So what we're going to now do with that is we have minus 7.5 multiplied by 25 plus 200. So this is going to give us, if you multiply this, put this in a calculator, you should get negative 187.5, or if you want to do it on your own, still the same to me, plus 200. And so we have, so remember, signs are different. You'd subtract the numbers. So 200 minus 187.50, 0521. So it's going to be 12.50. In a problem like this, I wouldn't have a problem with using the calculator. I can almost guarantee you that this type of problems will show up on the test, on the section that allows you to use calculators. So that's that answer. So at a bagel shop, the first 6 bagels purchased cost 55 cents per piece. So we have first 6, we have 55 cents each. Let's take note of that. And additional bagels, cost 6 cents. Oh, sorry, C, not 6. Cost C cents each. Okay. If a customer paid $5.70 for 12 bagels, okay, so we're working with $5.70. So what is the cost of all the 12 bagels? So we have $5.70. I want to find the value of C. So here's how I'm going to do it. It's going to be, I'm going to convert 55 cents to a decimal to work with. So it's going to be 6 multiplied by 0.55 plus, and then we have 12 bagels altogether, so there are 6 left. So plus 6C is equal to $5.70. So if you multiply this, you should get 330. This is $3.30 plus 6C is equal to $5.70. So let's subtract 330 from both sides. 330. So 6C is $2.40. I want to find the value of C. We divide both by 6. Now we have C is equal to 0.40, which is, so this is $0.40, and so this is going to give us 40 cents. Now here's another approach you could have taken. Instead of working with dollars, you can just work in cents. So instead of that, it would look like this: 6 multiplied by 55 plus 6C equal to 570. So this is going to give you 330 plus 6C equal to 570. And so let's subtract 330 from both sides. So 6C is 240. You divide by 6, divide by 6. So you have C equal to 40. So that's another way to look at questions. You can read the question, find out the units. When you're looking at multiple choice, you can always look at what the answer looks like, and that should guide the way you approach your question. The answer here you can see is in cents, so you can just work in cents. Either one of this is fine. It all depends on what you're comfortable with. But I think if you're a student who struggles with math sometimes, I would say this is the approach. This is the approach I would go with. Manny bought C candies at the price of 70 cents each. He sold all but K candies for a price of $1.25 and made a profit of P dollars. Which of the following represents P in terms of C and K? So look at our answers. We can see decimals. So C candies at the price of 70 cents. So 0.7 C. That's the cost of all the candies. He sold all but K candies at the price of $1.25. So all but K is going to tell me that it's 1.25. All but K is going to be C minus K. Because the reason why we're going about it that way is he started off with C candies. He sold everything and K was left over. So that's what we, all but K. That's how you get this. And the reason why we're doing this is to find out how many he sold at this rate. And he made a profit of P dollars. So generally, your profit is going to be your sales minus purchasing. So I'll say this as sales price or minus purchasing cost. Okay. So in this case, your profit, and it looks like we're giving the value P dollars, is going to be, what's your sales price? It's going to be 1.25 C minus K minus the cost of buying, which is 0.7 C. That's your answer. Number 4, David used 1/10 of his monthly salary for groceries, okay, and 3/8 of the remaining money for his car payment. So let's do this. 1/10 is monthly, so this is grocery. 3/18 of the remaining. So what is left over? It's going to be 9/10. Okay, it's left over after he bought the groceries. But they're saying it's 3/18 of this that he uses for car payment. So let's figure what this is going to give us. This is 1, this is 2. This is going to give us 3/20 is for car payments. Okay, he also paid twice as much money for rent as for his car payment. So this is 3/20 multiplied by 2. This is going to give us 6/20, and this is going to be rent. All right. If David has $1,620 left after paying for groceries, car payment, and rent, how much is his monthly salary? So let's find out all that he has spent so far. We have 1/10 plus 3 over 20 plus 6 over 20. This is going to give me 2 over 20 plus 3 over 20 plus 6 over 20. This is going to give us 11 over 20. So that's how much he has spent. But we're told that he has $620 left. Sorry, $1,620 left. So we need to figure out what fraction does that represent? So his full salary minus 11 over 20, which is what he spent, is going to give you 9 over 20. Okay, now 9 over 20 represents 1,620. So how do we go about finding out his full salary? So 9 over 20 multiplied by x is going to give us 1,620. To do that, we divide both sides by 9 over 20, divide by 9 over 20, and so let's go up here. Let's go up here. Let me draw an arrow up here. So you have 1,620 times 20 divided by 9. So this is going to give you 180 times 20, which is 3,600. Okay, now let's look at another way to go about this. 9 over 20x equal to 1620. Another way is to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of the coefficient. So the reciprocal is 20 over 9. Remember, the reciprocal of a number multiplies that number to give you 1. And this is 20 over 9 as well. So if you don't want to do all of this fraction stuff, like trying to divide the fractions, you can always do a multiplication. So this is going to give you 3,600. So we always land at the same answer. Number 5, in a school election, 680 students voted for one of two candidates for president. If the winner received 120 more votes than the loser, how many votes did the winner receive? So let's say the loser gets X. Winner gets X plus 120. And this together is going to give you the number of students that voted. So this is going to give you, it's going to give you 680. So let's solve for X. 2X plus 120 equal to 680. Let's subtract 120 from both sides. So 2x is going to give you 560. Now we can divide both by 2. X is 280. But we want to find out how many votes the winner got. So the winner is going to be 280 plus 120, 0, 0. So we have 400 votes for the winner. If a gas tank contains 15 liters of gas and is 3/8 full, okay, so 15 liters represents 3/8 of a gas of tank. How many additional liters of gas are needed to fill up the tank? Okay, the easiest way to go about this is to find out what is going to be the amount, the capacity of the gas of tank, or the volume when you have a full tank. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find out what is it going to take to get a full tank. To get a full tank, I'm going to multiply by 8 over 3, multiply here by 8 over 3. So this is going to give me 8 times 15 over 3 is equal to 1 full tank. So let's go ahead and multiply across. So you have 40 liters for one tank, a full tank. So we want to find out, we can subtract 15 liters here. So you get 25 liters for the additional amount of gas required to fill up the tank. There is a different way to go about this, and here's how it goes. So 3/8 of a gas-off tank represents 15 liters. We want to find out 5/8. So what do you do to get 5/8 from 3/8? You can most likely ignore the denominator for now because they're the same. So what do you do for that? For you to get 3/8, you actually multiply. For you to get 5/8 from 3/8, you can multiply 3/8 by 5/3. So if I multiply this by 5/3, multiply this by 5/3, it gets me to the answer. So you can see now that we have 5/8, and then this is 5 multiplied by 5 is 25. So whichever way you prefer is fine.